Welcome to Inside Elegance, where timeless interiors, collected treasures, and sophisticated decorating ideas come together to create spaces filled with character. Today, we are exploring eclectic vintage decor with curated opulence, a style that celebrates individuality while bringing together the richness of the past and the polish of refined contemporary living. Eclectic vintage decorating is not about filling a room with every beautiful object you discover. Instead, it is about selecting pieces with personality and arranging them thoughtfully so that antique furniture, artwork, textiles, accessories, and architectural details feel connected. The result is an interior that feels collected over time, layered with stories, yet remarkably elegant and intentional. If you love interiors that feel luxurious without looking overly coordinated, stay with us as we uncover inspiring ways to mix vintage treasures into a rich and stylish home. And if you enjoy elegant home decor ideas, please subscribe to Inside Elegance, like this video, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Begin with substantial vintage pieces that establish the personality of the room. A carved wood cabinet, antique console, ornate sideboard, traditional writing desk, or beautifully aged table can immediately give an interior a sense of history. Look for craftsmanship, interesting silhouettes, and natural signs of age that make each piece feel authentic rather than mass-produced. Once a strong foundation is in place, balance those older furnishings with simpler surrounding elements. A restrained sofa beside an ornate cabinet, or a streamlined table paired with a decorative vintage chair, creates contrast without allowing the room to become visually overwhelming. This tension between simplicity and ornament is one of the secrets behind successful eclectic interiors. Think of the room as a collection rather than a matching furniture set. Different woods, finishes, periods, and shapes can coexist beautifully when they share a common visual thread. Repeated tones, complementary materials, or related decorative motifs can quietly connect seemingly unrelated treasures into one cohesive composition. Artwork is one of the most powerful tools for creating curated opulence. Combine classical-style paintings, vintage portraits, botanical prints, architectural drawings, and decorative frames to create an expressive gallery arrangement. Instead of making every frame identical, allow variations in size, shape, finish, and ornamentation to contribute to the collected character. Shelves, consoles, and cabinets provide another opportunity to display meaningful treasures. Arrange ceramics, antique books, sculptural objects, framed artwork, brass accents, and decorative boxes in groups rather than scattering them randomly. Varying heights and silhouettes helps create movement while maintaining a sense of order. The most sophisticated displays leave some space around special objects. Not every surface needs to be filled. Giving an exceptional vase, sculpture, painting, or antique accessory room to breathe makes it feel more important and prevents the overall composition from becoming cluttered. Curated opulence depends as much on restraint as it does on abundance. Color can transform an eclectic vintage interior from ordinary to unforgettable. Deep olive, burgundy, tobacco, muted blue, warm ivory, aged gold, and earthy brown can create a sophisticated palette that feels established and timeless. Rather than using every color equally, select a few dominant tones and repeat them throughout the room. Texture adds another layer of richness. Velvet upholstery, woven rugs, embroidered cushions, aged wood, patterned fabrics, marble surfaces, and antique metal finishes can work together to create visual depth. The beauty comes from allowing these materials to contrast while still belonging to the same overall atmosphere. Pattern can also play an important role, especially when used selectively. A traditional floral textile might complement a geometric rug, while a subtle stripe can provide a quiet counterpoint to an ornate wallpaper. Mixing patterns successfully requires repetition and balance, so let one pattern dominate while the others support it. One of the defining qualities of eclectic vintage style is the freedom to combine different design periods. An antique cabinet can sit comfortably beside a modern sculptural chair, while a traditional rug can anchor a room containing contemporary accessories. The contrast makes each piece more noticeable and keeps the interior from feeling like a historical reproduction. When mixing eras, consider proportion and visual weight. A delicate antique table may need a substantial nearby piece to keep the composition balanced, while a heavily carved cabinet can be softened with understated accessories. These relationships help different periods communicate rather than compete. Another useful approach is to repeat subtle characteristics across different eras. Similar curves, warm wood tones, aged metallic finishes, or recurring colors can create continuity. This allows the room to feel intentionally assembled, even when its individual pieces come from very different design traditions. Opulence does not necessarily mean excess. The most elegant eclectic rooms often combine generous decoration with carefully edited arrangements. Choose pieces that contribute beauty, history, texture, or function, and reconsider anything that does not strengthen the overall composition. Every object should feel as though it belongs there. Negative space is equally important. Open areas between furniture, clear portions of shelving, and uncluttered tabletops allow the eye to rest and make decorative treasures more impactful. A room becomes more luxurious when its finest details are easy to notice rather than hidden within visual noise. Finally, let the interior evolve naturally. The most convincing vintage-inspired spaces rarely look as though everything was purchased at the same moment. Mixing inherited-looking pieces, antique finds, contemporary accents, and meaningful decorative objects creates the impression of a home that has developed gradually and thoughtfully over time. Eclectic vintage decor with curated opulence is ultimately about creating a home with personality, depth, and enduring style. By combining vintage furniture, expressive artwork, luxurious textures, rich colors, and carefully chosen treasures, you can create an interior that feels sophisticated without sacrificing warmth or individuality. Remember that the goal is not perfection or strict historical accuracy. Let contrast become part of the beauty, allow different eras to meet, and give your favorite pieces enough space to make an impression. When every layer is selected with intention, even the most diverse collection can feel harmonious and wonderfully refined. Thank you so much for spending time with Inside Elegance today. If you enjoyed these eclectic vintage decorating ideas, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and leave a comment sharing your favorite way to mix vintage treasures with elegant interiors. Until next time, keep creating spaces filled with character, beauty, and timeless elegance.